Tonight we saw the fight against Mayweather and Ortiz. The fight was super sick and I'm super jacked up on it, and I figured I would talk about it. And if you missed it, you definitely want to go and watch it because it was a super sick fight. I'll quickly kind of get a synopsis on the fight. It starts off, first round, pretty good, pretty even. I think Mayweather wins the first round. Second round happens, Ortiz I think wins the second round. Third round happens, I think Mayweather wins. So it's a pretty much even fight at this point. Fourth round comes around. There's like a minute left in the fourth round, and Ortiz for about 30 seconds just goes crazy on Mayweather. Just throwing right hooks, left jabs, just going nuts. Pushes him up against the ropes, and I think what happens, I think he literally just blacks out because he's just going nuts on this guy. And what he ends up doing is dropping his arms down, and he literally just goes in for a headbutt. Not one of these, just seriously goes straight in for the headbutt.
Pile drive.
Yeah, pile drive, just hits Mayweather on the lower lip, cuts his lip. The ref immediately runs in, calls timeout. Ortiz then goes up to Mayweather, kind of says like probably like an apology or something, and like gives like a kiss on the cheek. And the ref grabs Ortiz's arm to kind of like wait to see what's going on with the judging. And while that's happening, Ortiz then puts out his right arm to give like a fist pound to Mayweather, apologizing for a second time for his cheap shot headbutt. They kind of come together, and the ref does that. I think he does a T. He doesn't do the arm down, but he does like a T or something to kind of signify like the time is happening, the fight's going on. So the two boxers come together, and Ortiz goes up with like the normal like fist pound thing, and you can tell Mayweather's just coming up and just wants to crush him. He doesn't hit him right away. He does do like he kind of fist pounds him a little bit, and then you can see him kind of drop back with his arms like this because Ortiz kind of goes in for a hug, and then he just hits him with the left hook. He waits a couple he waits like half a second or something. Ortiz doesn't put his gloves up again, and he takes him out with a right jab. So there's big actually controversy going on right now on whether or not there's a cheap shot. My thoughts are this: you give him a cheap shot, okay, the headbutt. You apologize once, then you give him a kiss, which I'm pretty sure in boxing is not a thing that you do. Then you apologize for a second time. The ref calls times in. If I'm Ortiz, the fight is starting. I've already apologized twice, and I gave the guy a cheap shot, and he's freaking Floyd Mayweather. I'm not going in for a hug. So, in my opinion, I think Mayweather did the right thing. It's a freaking boxing match. You're trying to kill the other guy out there, and Ortiz was, to be honest, just inexperienced and a little dumb for his move. You know, you're fighting, the guy calls times in, you're fighting. You know, it's not a time to apologize for a third time.
My take was, I agree along with what Bro said, and basically, you know, it is a fight. And although I don't know many people that like Mayweather or think he has any kind of class at all, but I mean, it is a fight. And when the guy says time in, I don't care what sport it is, especially in fighting, the first thing I'm going to do is put my hands up on my face.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. And if the other opponent's going to give me enough respect to come together so we both acknowledge that we're both fighting, even after the ref says time in, they both know it's time in, and we both come together, not swinging at each other, but acknowledging that, alright, let's get back on track. When we break apart, the instant we break apart, Mayweather even waited like a second,
yeah, he waited a little
to
bit.
See like, are you gonna put your hands up? Like,
yeah.
We're fighting.
Yeah.
And the guy just was like sitting around. Like,
yeah, it's a big time fight.
Like, there's what, millions of people in the stands waiting. Like, I'm not gonna wait for you to put your hands up. I'm not saying like to try and get a cheap shot back, but it was within the rules, and if I'm naturally going to be pissed off by that stupid kiss.
Yeah.
You know, if the boxer kisses me in front of all those people,
yeah.
like oh yeah, I headbutted you, let me kiss you, and make it seem like, you know, yeah. Like I just embarrass you. Be like, I'm going to embarrass you.
Yeah. The thing too is Ortiz even said in his post fight interview, he said that he didn't mean to headbutt him. He said that
so he was
Mayweather, he said that Mayweather actually leaned in, and he like tried to go in for a punch. And in the slow motion replay, you can see Mayweather is just leaning back the entire time. And it's obvious that Ortiz goes in with the head. So I mean,
he was
for him to not say that he did a wrong thing was kind of wrong. Let's just say that your girlfriend is getting freaky on the dance floor with a dude, all right? And you come to the dance floor and you see that your girlfriend's getting freaky on this dude, and this dude is just going nuts. You're pissed off, you're coming in there, you're raging. The guy just basically goes, "Oh, dude, my bad, don't worry about it," and gives you a kiss on the cheek and like walks off. Like, how are you gonna respond to that? You know what I'm saying? Like, doing the kiss, man. I think he had it coming. We're curious as to what you guys think. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Post your comments of what you guys thought about the fight. If you did see it, you know, let us know what you thought. You know, you can say that I'm an idiot, you can say Chris is an idiot, whatever you want. When the guy was interviewing Mayweather, Mayweather just snapped, because what happened is Mayweather was trying to say like, thank you for everyone coming. He was like trying, because I guess he's a big promoter, and he was really involved in the fight, outside of the fight as well. The announcer, the reporter guy, really just wanted to know about the fight. And so he basically cut off Mayweather and is like, no, tell me about this. And then Mayweather goes off on him, saying that how HBO should fire him because he knows nothing about boxing, that he comes after him all the time, that he's effing this, blah, blah, blah. And this old guy, he's an old reporter, basically comes back and says, I wish I was 50 years younger because I would kick your... I thought it was one of the better post-game interviews I've ever seen. Close to Bart Scott. You know, the Bart Scott interview. If you don't know the Bart Scott interview, I'll put a description in. Check that out. I don't know if they'll have the post-game interview of the fight up, but definitely check it out because this old guy just crushes Mayweather and it's pretty funny. But so yeah, that's all we got. And I guess until next time, peace.
Peace out.